Venku is the #1 platform to book hunting trips online. Search and compare over 3,000 guided and self-guided hunts available across the United States. From pristine ranches out west for elk to fast-paced Texas hog hunts and swampy Louisiana gator camp, you can book it online at Venku.com. If you're an outfitter who spends all your time in the field, Venku takes the headache out of keeping up with the business side of your operation. Venku handles payment processing, waivers, bookings, and simplifies communication with clients. Get started for free at Venku.com. You are listening to Off the X Podcast with your hosts, Forrest Carvajal, Tyler Wells, Barrett Moon, and Matt Covington. Brought to you by Venku, Adventure Awaits. Pattern Pros, where simplicity meets results. Hunt Proof, the premier waterfowl mobile app. Migra, custom waterfowl ammunition. Rixie Outdoors. Wellens Land, Arkansas's leading real estate and development group. And Pond Creek Duck Calls. Call with confidence.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Off the X Podcast. I'm Forrest Carvajal, here with my best good friends, minus Barrett Moon. He's not here. But Mr. Tyler Wells, how are you, sir?
Doing well, especially after this morning.
And Mr. Matt Covington, how
I'm
about
doing
you?
Awesome. Had a great morning.
We're literally outside at the beach at Duckwoods. Had a fun hunt today with a guest and his dad, Mr. Matt Dobson. I said it right.
Yes,
I said it
you
right.
did.
I said it wrong earlier, but I said it right that time. How are you, sir?
I'm good, very good.
So you and your dad want. Well, I'll let Matt tell it because he's the one that really headed that up.
Yeah, so it's actually your father-in-law,
Father-in-law.
correct? So
Oh,
father-in-law.
okay.
During the Delta Waterfowl Show, the Wellens Land crew gave away a flooded timber hunt. And when we were hunting up in Alberta, we did the random giveaway. And just so happened we picked a group of guys from Canada while we were up there. So I looked up their area code, and I was like, well, dang, I hope the Canadians can get down here to Arkansas. So we made the post. They instantly responded, and we've been planning ever since, and here they are.
Yeah, I mean, it was just an opportunity we could not pass up.
What did it feel like when you realized, oh, we won this thing?
Well, first of all, I was like, no, this can't be. It's got to be a different Doug Patterson. There's just no way.
So your father-in-law was the one that won it?
He was, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So did he pick you?
He was putting in every single draw. That it's not just you guys, okay? Don't feel too privileged. He was putting in everything he could put his name in.
He said, I'm going to win something.
Yeah.
Hey, did he win anything else?
No.
Oh, darn. Well,
Pretty good one to win.
No, he won the bell
one.
of the ball, though.
So we are at the beach in Duckwoods. It is cloudy. It is warm. It is not exactly the kind of day that you expect to kill many ducks in the woods.
No.
But honestly, today was better than what it has been.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
A really good day.
Yeah. This was probably your first experience flooded timber then, right, Matt?
Yeah, it is.
So what would it feel like, or what did it feel like?
It was an amazing experience. I mean, we got to see it all. We got to see ducks that would work. We got to see ducks that would not work.
Quite a few of those.
We got to see some geese fly around, but we just got to see, the ins and outs of what it takes to pull off a hunt like this: the good, the bad, the ugly, and the really, really good.
Yeah, we had all of those things. Honestly, I feel like
It was a whole mixed bag of emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're from Canada, and we talked earlier. Y'all kill more geese than you do ducks, right?
Yeah, where I am in Ontario, we've got a lot more big honkers than just about anything else.
And what kind of ducks do you normally get?
Mostly mallards, wood ducks, teal, and then various divers. Handful of pretty much all the diver species.
So we got something pretty special today. I mean, even for us, you don't kill this bird too often in the woods. So what happened?
Well, we had a group of.
Do you want to talk about the conversation last night inside first?
Oh, see, I wasn't part of this
So
one.
Forrest wasn't here, and Matt and I were talking, and I was like, man, what do y'all not kill a lot of that you would like to? He's like, I'd love to kill a widgeon. And we had that conversation last night.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I mean, you come in, you see all the different species on the wall, and we have a select small group of puddle ducks to choose from where I'm at in the East Coast in Ontario. So honestly, anything like a widgeon was probably number one on the list. a nice stud pintail would have been good.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
He's hitting
Or
all the
gadball.
hard ones to kill in the woods.
He said it was gadball.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
why not?
We had a group of mallards that were flying, and then 4 more birds picked up with them, and you could tell that they weren't mallards. They were a little bit smaller, but they were still big ducks, and we just all assumed they were gadwall. And here they come bombing in the hole, and as soon as the sun hit them, I think I screamed, "Widgeon!" That's how I called the shot. Widgeon!
That's what I say. I just thought you were calling the shot until I realized what you said after the fact.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
So we dropped a group of 4 widgeon down in the hole this morning, and that was awesome because we've killed 1 out here all last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's amazing. Not taking it for granted.
You shouldn't, because I was pretty thrilled too when I saw, like, oh my gosh, those are widgeons. That's unbelievable. I cannot believe that we shot widgeons in the woods under the clouds too. I mean, Matt said that the sun hit them, but really
wasn't
wasn't
much
a whole lot of sun.
No. The sun peeked through the clouds for just a second and showed me that cotton top.
Yeah.
That was it.
We got some widgeons. We got some wood ducks. Matt had a self-defense shot over there on the first wood ducks of the
No
morning.
doubt.
Blew one in half.
Never seen anything like that. That was impressive.
Well, the first duck that I shot, so I was a little excited.
Yeah.
I wasn't letting her get out of there.
And then, so we had a couple wood ducks come in early. Shot 2 of those. And then we had a group. I don't know how many it was. Probably 8 to 10 mallards, I think, is probably what it was. And that was the first group that actually fell into the hole. So from your perspective, what was that like?
That was kind of surreal. Kind of like, okay, this is actually happening. It's going to happen. We're going to pull this off.
I think we were all thinking the same thing there.
Especially with the conditions. I'm like, man, we have these guys coming in from Canada for 2 days. I'm swatting mosquitoes this morning. It's 70 degrees last night.
Yeah.
And it was just, they couldn't have done it any better.
They really couldn't. I was watching them. When we broke them and they started coming down and working, I was like, these are going to come in. Like,
you
way
could tell
too
right
interested.
off the hop that those birds were different. Those birds were looking for somewhere to go.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they were some new birds. I think we had like a little flight of new birds because we had some that just acted too good to not be new ducks.
Yeah.
And that was the first group that did it. And as I was watching them, I could not have hugged the tree any tighter. I was like, I'm not grabbing my gun. I'm just going to hold this jerk string, blow this duck call. Like, that's all I'm going to do, because all I want is for this group of ducks to get down in the trees. And when they did it, and when they call it, Tyler or Matt, whoever called the shot, I was like, okay, we win.
Yeah,
I don't know how many are going to get shot, but we won.
We did
it.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, I was tickled.
Did you actually get to watch them come in the hole this time?
I watched the first 2, but I was not looking at them. They were coming straight
They
at
were
me.
coming straight at you.
And I was like, I'm not going to look, because the last thing I want to do, these guys, like you said, they're from Canada. They came a long dadgum way. Like, I'm not going to mess up what's potentially the only group of birds that's going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay close to this tree. So, yeah, but I mean, I think by the time my gun got to my shoulder, y'all probably already emptied your guns. I was like, I'll shoot it that one way out there. I didn't kill it. But anyhow, that was awesome. We killed a few more after that, but yeah, it was a really good hunt. And what I didn't know is y'all have a company, Tiny Goose, and I'll let you explain a little bit more of that, but we were out there talking about it, and I'm really interested in it because I've got 2 young boys.
Yeah.
So go into that some.
Yeah, no, my wife and I started a company called Tiny Goose. We make just a premium gear for kids in basically a range of sizes that are hard to find, a market that's hard to find, and hard to find good gear for kids from 12 months all the way up to youth large. So we focus on being gear, not just clothing, but gear, stuff to really take your kids out and really have them have a good time and be comfortable.
Yeah, when you were showing it to me, I was thrilled, because I was like, okay, this is stuff for Hudson, because trying to find clothes that fit my youngest, who's 5, it's really difficult. Really, really difficult. And
Help me
have
hold
a
this up
small
for us.
selection.
So if you're
Yeah.
watching on YouTube or Spotify, this is one of the small hoodies that they brought for Crew, who's going to be one next month, and I'm super excited to get it on him.
He'll have it on later today.
So cute, and it's good stuff too.
It really
it's
is
not just
thick.
like
Yeah, that's
big.
our little Scout hoodie, and that's in 2T. But yeah, that goes all the way up to youth large. So we've got sizes for all your little ones.
Yeah, I mean, my oldest too, who is 9, I can find things for him, but it's still like finding stuff is hard. You don't have a gigantic selection, so I'm happy to know that somebody that's targeting specifically for those age groups, I'm definitely going to be going to look it up, because they need some newer stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my little guy, he loves his hoodie, his bib pants, and the toque. You know.
Yeah, we talked about this last night. So for all of the Americans listening, will you tell us what a toque is?
Yeah, I was so lost there.
Otherwise known as a beanie.
A beanie, a stocking cap.
Okay.
He said toque. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, I've had him in, as cold as like 20 degrees and snowing and blowing wind.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow. Holy smokes. Mine would not. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even think to take mine out in that.
So Tyler and I were actually at the booth during the Delta show when Doug, who won the hunt, your father-in-law, and then your wife was down there too. So we got to meet them and see all of the gear in person, and it's incredible. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're definitely excited to be able to check it out, and like I said, my wife, she was super pumped about it because of her background, and I think her and your wife, they hit it off pretty well that day.
I heard she was disappointed that my wife's not
she
here.
She was like, well, tell me what day so I can be sure and be there, because I'm gonna come. I'm there, and I'm like, well, his wife's not coming, so
Somebody's got to watch the kids.
that's right. That's right.
Now, did I hear you say this right? Y'all designed the camo pattern too?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
That's cool.
Designed their own camo. Yeah.
Just describe it a little bit for the people that aren't watching on YouTube.
Yeah. So it's kind of a field focused or like a shadow grass blade style camo, but we tried to throw a little more green into it and something just to make it more versatile, and we wanted to make it something our own, something unique.
Mm-hmm.
I think you did a good job. It looks really good. I like that you've got the darker stuff in it too.
Yeah, the darker shadows.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it as universal as possible, but still being true to our roots as a family of waterfowl hunters and goose hunters.
Yeah, I like the watermark of the Tiny Goose on that too. I love that.
Little
was
stamps
my
all
idea.
over it. Was it?
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's the only good
Love
idea that I contributed. But yeah.
Hey, one's a good one, right?
So where can people find you?
TinyGooseApparel.com.
TinyGooseApparel.com.
Ship all across North America.
And then Instagram, is that the same?
Yeah.
Tiny Goose Apparel?
At Tiny Goose Apparel on Instagram, yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
Perfect.
I'll check them out. It's good stuff. I can't wait to get my little boy in it and get him some more too. Those bibs, they're cute.
I want to see a picture of Crew in that hoodie. It's going to be really good.
Let me get to the house. Give me a minute.
We appreciate you, sir. And we got another day tomorrow. It's supposed to rain in the morning. I don't know what it's going to be like. I mean,
I'm not afraid of getting wet.
I wouldn't plan on it being much better than today, but who knows?
Right.
Yeah. If y'all call me tomorrow and y'all are like, dude, we beat the brakes off of them, I'll be amazed. But just because of the weather conditions that are coming, it'll be on.
Who knows? It's going to be raining in the morning. We're going to have north wind pushing in later in the day. I don't know. I mean, potentially you could think you have some new birds moving in.
You should.
You can think that.
Yeah.
But until
Might
it
as well
actually
think it.
happens,
I mean, you've got
positive,
new
right?
water, so they ought to be up looking anyway, exploring that new water.
We do have new water, and we can. That is a great lead way into. We've started the second split. Now we started this conversation on what we did today, but how did y'all start the second split, Matt and Tyler?
So my first hunt, we opened back, and over the summer we've talked about some of the development work that Welland's done out at Wild Wings. We've been doing a lot of joint collaborative posts on Instagram and documenting that. So Ben and I got an invite from Connor to go out there to Wild Wings, which was super cool to me because I've been watching that property for years on social media and just seeing the different holes, motoring through the woods and seeing the signs that they've been posting and taking pictures of. So it was kind of cloudy. I can't remember if it was warm. It definitely wasn't cold, but we ended up, I think we killed almost 5 limits of mallards that morning. It took us a while. We hunted till about 11, but I mean, it was super special being in those woods and getting to see that.
Yeah, it's got to be because I'm the same as you. Like I've followed their account and watched the stuff at Wild Wings. It's always great stuff. So the fact that you got to go see it in person, I was pretty jealous.
Yeah,
but I was also like, man, that's cool. I was happy for you.
I was kind of sending videos to you guys while I was there, like out the side of my pocket, like, look where I am.
Of course. I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It looked really sweet. And seeing those holes in the summertime when everything's dry while we're working on them and then getting to see the video of them in there hunting it, I'm like, it looks really good. Like, the work's paying off in there for sure.
That's what you want. I mean, you always want that work to pay off. It's it's really nice that it's paying off this fast, too. Like, first season that y'all worked on it and you're already seeing rewards from it.
Yeah. So this year in there, we went in and we kind of opened up some boat ditches, made them deeper where they wouldn't necessarily have to run a mud motor in there to be able to get to the holes. And I think y'all are still running that Freedom outboard.
Yeah, the Freedom
right?
outboard.
Yeah, but I mean, you just added about another 12 inches of depth in the boat lanes to be able to kind of get up on step if you're in an outboard running around them. And then we took a couple of the holes and we kind of cleaned them up a little bit. They had some elevation changes through them, so we come in and kind of scrape some of the holes down in there. And then a lot of infrastructure work this year. And then we created that new lodge field over there that I think whenever that thing takes off, it's going to be going to be wild.
They were talking about filling it up pretty soon, so I'm excited to see it with water on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Matt an out real quick. If you want to go in and take a nap or if you want to hang out with us, either way, you're more than welcome to. I know we had an early morning and y'all been doing a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I don't know what I can contribute to this conversation now. Being the first time I've ever been here. But.
You're more than welcome to stay, and you're more than welcome to go take a nap. Whatever you
want to do. Bub.
Yeah. No, I'm going to take off. But
cool.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Thanks for everything. Thanks for all your hard work, guys, this morning. And yeah, I was happy. Good to meet you guys. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it again tomorrow.
Real quick, yes. Last night you said you wanted a widgeon. So, do you want a banded mallard
gosh.
tomorrow?
Yeah, what do you want?
That's what you want
Banded
tomorrow,
black
right?
duck? Black double banded reward?
Yeah, it's got to happen over dinner, all right?
Okay.
You can't speak it into existence too early.
We'll talk later.
Okay. I was just trying to help you along your way there.
Yeah.
Well, man, thanks for coming on. We're super excited and ready to do it again tomorrow. Love what you guys are putting out. It's cool stuff.
Awesome.
So after you went to Wild Wings, what was your first hunt?
My first hunt was at a property called Mallard Oaks down in Stuttgart, and it's one we've done development work on for, 4 years or more. That we've just been chipping away at it and creating new stuff and kind of improving a little bit over the years. And man, I got there. What was that, Wednesday? So
Wednesday morning.
I got there the Tuesday afternoon, and they've kind of got a rest field out front, and I got there and it was still pretty early in the day, and I mean the ducks just looked like bumblebees, over the woods, and I'm sending everybody video. It's like, dude, I don't want to jinx this, but there's a bunch of birds, like there's a lot of birds here, guys, and so whenever the next morning we're going in with Matt, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to jinx it, but there was a lot of birds last night. And they have cameras set up in the hole so they can kind of see what's coming in and what's going. And one of the guides, he sent me a screenshot of it. And he's like, I don't want to jinx it, but there's a lot of birds in there. And man, we got in there extra early because there was so many birds. And man, before shooting light, man, they put on a show. Like it was
no jinx at all.
It was no jinx. It was that kind of excitement where all you can do is just kind of have that goofy grin on your face and
I
that
couldn't
awkward
stop
laugh.
laughing.
Yeah, it's just like you don't know what to do with yourself. Like, it's like,
you could hear
my
me on
God.
camera, and I've had this cough that everybody knows about now forever, and I just sounded like a smoker wheezing over there because all I could do was laugh watching them come in the hole.
Yeah. So,
some of the video and audio that I've heard from it, like there's some that get really freaking close to y'all flying past.
I had
you.
to take a step back so it didn't land on my waders.
When you can hear
One
the
of green
wings
is-
as close as they was, I was like, good. Okay, that bird was really close.
And then Ruby's in her first season with ducks landing all around her. She sat like a rock. I was so impressed with her, but
yeah,
it was tough.
I was like, oh my gosh, this dog is going to come unglued, because anything hits the water, she's like, I've got to pick it up.
Right.
Well, whenever it's before shooting light and there's just birds landing 8 to 10 feet away from her, and not just one, like a bunch.
yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, like this dog is fixing to come unglued, and she did great. She sit there and watched, but she would turn back and like look at me and Matt like, kill him.
What are you
Shoot
waiting
these
on?
ducks? But man, we had a great hunt. We had 6 shooters that day, and we shot 24 mallards
In 24 minutes.
I was about to say, isn't that like 24 minutes too?
Yeah, it was. Man, it was great, but at the same time, when it was over, it was like, oh,
I don't want to leave.
that was way too fast.
I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
So we sat in the hole for another 20, 30 minutes, just videoing working ducks, and just
enjoying it.
watching them come in and just getting to experience it, because that's something
No.
you don't get to experience all the time.
No, it's one of those mornings that'll go down as one of the top mornings of your life in the Duckwoods. I would put it in the timber for me, top 3. One of them was just because I was with my dad and we saw a good show like that, and another one was on public land. But I mean, I'd put any of them up there at the top. It was incredible.
Yeah. That's probably top 2 or 3 for me.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, because it was
just a steady show.
Yeah, I
Nothing
mean,
but
we had enough time to send a dog to pick up what we could pick up. We were grabbing them if they were close to us, and I mean, as soon as the dog get back and get on the stand, and I clipped her in that day because there were so many ducks.
It's probably a smart choice.
So I was like, I don't want her to start breaking, and I definitely don't want her to break on something like this.
Yes.
So I clipped her in to where she couldn't break, and then like as soon as she get back, sometimes I didn't even have time to get her clipped in before
You were just
the
holding
next
her.
groups. Yeah, I watched Matt pull a triple. The ducks came in, they filtered through the hole. A pretty good wad of them come on through the hole. Me and Matt were kind of at the end where it funneled down. So they were funneling in, and then as they were leaving, they were trying to funnel out of here. And I had a hold of her. I hadn't have time to clip her in. Didn't have my gun in my hand. I think it was still empty. And I had a duck in one hand that she'd went and got. I'm holding her, and they call the shot, and Matt's like, I'm like, kill him, Matt. Shoot him. So he just, boom, 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 knocks 3 out. And he looks at me and goes, I just tripled. I was like, heck yeah, dude. Again, we sending the dog hard and fast. And I mean, she was rocking and rolling, and it was just, everybody was like on cloud 9. You know, it was so cool.
Special.
Yeah, it's special. I mean, those are the mornings, like you see them on other people's social media, you know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
stuff from Rusty Creasy and stuff like that, and White Oaks. You're like, man, that's got to be cool. And then y'all actually got to sit in on one,
Yeah.
you know, one of those type hunts. That's awesome.
And there were just so many ducks using those woods, too. Even when we got back to camp, I put the drone up and just flew around the woods having fun. And there were thousands. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Thousands.
Very
of mallards.
easily. Thousands.
And there were
of
so
birds.
many leaves on the trees, too. It was crazy also.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's really cool to hear, because our experience that we've been hunting, we have seen very few birds. I mean, just very, very few. And what's worse or scariest for me is the amount of wood ducks that we have seen is minuscule. I mean, like places that normally you have a good 15-minute show of wood ducks where you're just kind of got your head on a swivel watching for one to come by, and it's just silent. Nothing there.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's even like here. I mean, before season, we were seeing huge droves of wood ducks. Just every morning, like you'd go in the woods and they would just blow out of there and just be hundreds of them. And then all of a sudden, it's like a light switch. I don't know where they went.
Right.
I mean, somebody's beating the brakes off of them somewhere because they ain't here.
You would think so. I mean, but I've been to multiple different parts of the state thinking like, okay, this is it. Worst case, this is going to be a wood duck hole. There'll be some come in here. And every time I'm like, I mean, where are they at?
Right.
They're not here at all. But I did take Hudson close to the house on just like an experiment hunt. And it was my 5th hunt of the season. And if y'all listened to the last episode, I complained about not being ready before shooting time like ever during the first split. Well, opened the second split up the same way. 0 for 5. We were ready 15 minutes after shooting light because I was having boat motor trouble. We've got it fixed now, but I was having boat motor trouble, and like, you know, that on top of a 5-year-old on top of somewhere I've never duck hunted. It was kind of like this is not meant to happen. And we didn't see many ducks. We never fired a shot. We did get really close to an owl, which was really cool for me. What?
I thought you meant shooting one for a second.
No. No, I wasn't going to shoot it, but it was one of those things like, look at that. And then we like kept getting closer. It's like, I wonder how close we can get to this bird. And I mean, we were easily 10 yards or less from the bird.
That's
We
awesome.
were
Wow.
close. Yeah, we're really close to it. But yeah, and then Zach and Corey came into town, which is always a really fun trip. You know, Texarkana friends grew up together, and we hunted public all weekend, and just not many ducks. Still, not many ducks. First place we went, got beat to where we were going, had to go to plan B. It worked out. We did kill one. We found a big hornet's nest, which was really neat. You know,
Yeah.
you don't find those all the time, and it was cool to find that and horse around, and got rained on. Found a kid from Alabama's wallet, which was
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was interesting. Messaged him on Facebook, got that sent back to him. But it was hilarious because we were just sitting there and Corey was walking back because he walked around trying to look for more birds, and he's coming right there next to me, and he's like, "Oh, hey, look at this!" Just picks up a wallet, just right there.
So did y'all like find the kid on Facebook or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just found him on Facebook, messaged him. Yep, from Alabama.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it seems like any time that Zach and Corey come up and we hunt, there's always there's a story every single time. There's a story every single time. And then the second day, we're like, okay, well, we're basically going to change into the state and just hunt somewhere else. And we did, and same result. Somebody beat us to the hole. Like, you gotta be kidding me. But I will say this, both days with Zach and Corey, we were ready 30 minutes before shooting time or more, which is like my comfort zone. And I was like, okay, we may not kill anything, but we're at least moving in a positive direction,
right,
of being prepared. And I would say we probably had more opportunities the second day. We just couldn't get anything to commit. We did kill one. Had a good time. Got checked by game wardens. Like I said, always a story.
Plural?
Yeah. Guy and a girl. Yeah. Came in there honest. I mean, in the hole.
Wow.
Like 10 o'clock, 10:30 during the day. Walked in. Was like, okay, this is different. But I will say this. They did a great job. They just checked our license. Said, all right, y'all are good. And they left. I mean, they didn't sit there and mull over every little thing that they could have.
Yeah.
They just checked the license, and then they took off. And asked how many birds we had. It's like, well, I mean, it's just that one right there. That's probably why they were so like, well, we won't mess with these
We'll
guys.
cut them a break today.
They're having a rough day. So, but yeah, we did that. They Friday night, because it was after I hunted with Hudson. Had so much to do. Reed had a basketball game. Zach and Corey were like, hey, is there anything we need to do? I was like, well, I mean, you can look at the boat motor if you want to. And they fixed my boat motor for me. So
nice.
Awesome.
Big thank you to them. Yeah.
Corey and Zach's Marine Shop.
Exactly. I mean, Corey gave me a bill, and I was like, well, I mean, I'll have to pay this in payments. But
Yeah. Do you take duck calls?
Yeah, that's what happens for good work, I guess.
Hey, it's running and working, right? I will say, though, today we were at least 30 minutes early.
we were.
Yeah, we were ready. I think it was 36 minutes when I looked at my phone. It was 36 minutes. I was like, all right. And I told Matt, I was like, 3 for 3. We're moving in the right direction.
And that was just for you.
It was. Hey.
Me and Matt were like, we have to be there 30 minutes early so Forrest is not grumpy and cranky the rest of the day.
Let him get later into the hunt to get grumpy and cranky. Let's start out well.
I did get grumpy and cranky later in the hunt because I couldn't shoot. I couldn't hit anything. But I did. I showed up and I got out of the truck and I immediately got all my stuff ready and I walked straight to the boat.
I know. We were like, is Forrest here yet?
I didn't even see his headlights. I just barely heard some gravel popping. I'm like, well, he's out there.
Yeah. I got ready and I took everything to the boat and I was like, I'm going to take all this stuff and then I'll go back and I'll ask whatever everybody else needs because I'm like, I want to be ready before shooting time. And we were.
Yeah, it was great. And we actually had birds in the hole right at shooting line.
Yeah.
We did.
So that was a plus.
I think it was 2 teal. I couldn't really tell what they were.
I
They were
couldn't
little.
tell. Yeah.
They were little.
Which we heard several groups of
Yeah, we
teal
saw a lot
today.
of teal this morning.
Yeah. I mean, y'all didn't have any other hunts in there that I missed, did we?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not I want to talk about. I went
Okay.
up to Northeast Arkansas and got skunked one day. So.
Okay. That's the
Continue.
whole story.
Yeah.
So we can get into the kind of the conditions now. We have the conditions are changing right now. We've had some rain.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to rain some more tonight, hopefully. We got a little cold front coming in this weekend. I have really high hopes about this weekend, to be honest with you.
Yes.
I have really high hopes about this weekend. So I think there is some rain in the forecast after that. I don't really know. I haven't checked it today, but I'm hoping that maybe this second split, third split, it'll get turned around.
hope.
And we'll have more water, more places to hunt because I think everybody's sick of being on top of each other at this point.
Yes. Yeah, they've got to be. I mean, holy cow.
I mean, I showed you that video on Facebook in there when we were eating breakfast. It was like 30 people in one hole.
Take a shot.
Take a shot. 30 people.
I still don't know like what they were actually doing because it was like all these people blowing a duck call. I was like, I mean, they're standing in the wide. I don't know what's happening.
It looked
They're
like
standing
dry
in the wide
ground.
open.
I don't know.
On dry ground.
Shout out to Facebook.
Yeah, right.
It's a Facebook hunt, huh?
I have no idea what was happening in that video. You showed me the video, and I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
What am I looking at?
Somebody's blowing a duck call, but that's all that I know is happening. But do y'all have anything y'all want to talk about as far as second split's concerned? Things you're looking forward to?
Well, I am looking forward to, what would that be, Thursday morning?
We going back, baby.
Thursday morning, we're going back.
Oh.
They need some collars and a camera guy, so we're gonna go back and try to beat on them again.
So
down in Stuttgart. So.
Thursday, sun's supposed to come out.
Sun's supposed to come out. That's the first thing I looked at. I was
Supposed
like,
to have north wind tomorrow afternoon.
yep.
Sun's
Should
going to
have
come
a
out after
push
all
of
this
ducks,
rain.
some fresh water, and sunshine. So
boy.
it could be really good or it could be really bad.
We're going to be excited going into it, though.
Oh yeah, I'm already excited. That goose has
Some
got me
geese flying
excited.
over us right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would be excited about that too.
but yeah, I'm excited about water, about having a push of water.
Yeah, when
Like,
we were
that's
coming
gonna
back
be
down the
great.
bayou, you could tell some of the creeks like were super dirty.
Oh yeah,
like we've got
super
water
muddy,
coming
some
in here.
trash coming down. Like
Yep.
it's there's water coming. So
Yeah,
I'm just hoping there's enough of it coming to kind of bump everything up where it needs to be and kind of help get the White and all those rivers kind of pumped up a little bit, kind of open up some new area, get people off of each other.
Yeah,
I was just going to say the bio that we were hunting this morning, even from last night's rain, it was up about 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
Just from yesterday afternoon
Yeah.
riding around to this morning.
well, I mean, if we get the rain that they're predicting for tonight, then it's going to be a totally different place again in the morning.
yeah, we're going to be hunting somewhere different in the morning if we get the rain they want. Get up in the
I'm
bottoms.
perfectly fine with that. I'm hoping that we did see later in the day. We're still seeing some high ducks, but they weren't acting as new as those first groups were. So maybe we'll have some more new
No,
ones.
those first groups.
We called some down from way up there.
Yeah, we
today.
did.
and when they came holding pumpkins.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they were bombing.
It was nice to have ducks that, like, when you hit them and they're up high and they come down, they break and they start coming down, circling, and you're like, they are so interested. You can tell it. Like,
Yeah.
they're coming in.
I mean,
Like,
some of
they're
them it
gonna
was
come
like,
in.
this is a waste of time. Hit them hard. Get your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, those was like, oh, those are way up there. Oh,
Here they come.
Doug, get your gun. Like, these are going to be on us before we have time to grab our guns off the tree.
Yeah.
And-
It was nice to have ducks that wanted to be talked to. I
Yeah.
mean, that
Makes
was
you feel
so
good.
nice.
It
Yes.
did make you feel like you knew what
Yeah.
you were doing. Like, I feel like a professional today.
But then later in the morning, I started to get my feelings hurt because they wouldn't react the same way. I was like, oh, here
Exactly.
comes some ducks. And I'd hammer on them, and they would just keep going. I'm like, well, that was rude.
They were also 6 miles away.
Yeah, of
It
course,
worked
I'm
on those
calling
other
it these
ones.
ducks. It worked once, so it's got to work again.
That's right. If it works, if for me, if it works one time, I'm gonna keep trying it the rest of the day.
You were taking a bite of a Cliff Bar at one point. You said, Matt, ducks.
Yeah.
I said, where? You said, call loud. And I just hit it as loud as I could.
I don't know where they are, but I'm going to
I
give
was
it to
having
them.
pretzels.
Pretzels?
Yeah.
Is that what you had this
I was
morning?
having pretzels, and I was like, I can't. I mean, if I try to blow my ducks, I'm gonna clog this thing up.
Show them the water. Oh yeah, dude, it was nice to see what I would consider them to be new birds, because I mean they just didn't require a lot of attention. Like, they just wanted you to talk to them. They wanted to be talked to all the way down.
And we had, I mean, we had spinners. We had a couple butt decoys that were moving. What are those called?
Those are those Mojo. I don't know. It's a butt up decoy by Mojo. I don't know what the name
You have
of
that
it
fan on the bottom of it.
is. Yeah.
It's not a pulsator, but it's
No.
like they pulls them down and it creates.
Yeah,
like
and
a
they
little
really
weight.
they
Yeah.
dance because they don't have any kind of weight below them.
Right.
So I mean, they dance really well, and they've got a big enough fan on them that it blows mud up from the bottom if they're in shallow enough water.
Yeah, and then
So-
we had two swimmers,
Mm-hmm. Two
One
swimmers.
swimmer.
one swimmer.
Oh yeah, that one didn't work. I don't know
Okay.
what was going on.
And then a jerk string. So we had, that was another thing. We had a lot of motion out there.
Yes.
You know, so I'm sure that probably helped with, after we got them started, convincing them that this is where they need to be.
And I don't know that it was the jerk string, but every group were
They landed
They
right
landed
there.
on that
cuffed
dang
over
jerk
top of that
string.
jerk string. So I mean, even with all that other motion and stuff, they headed toward the jerk string.
There's a lot to be said for a jerk string.
Yeah. Yeah, after I was looking at the motion everything was putting out, and then the motion the jerk string was, I was like, I got to put my jerk string back in my bag. Like, it's
Like,
it's all good.
I don't
but-
want to do it. I don't want to do it, but man, it works.
I hate wrapping that stupid jerk string up after the hunt, but
Yeah.
today I did not care because I'm pretty sure this jerk string helped.
Yeah.
So I was,
Yeah, it
I was
definitely
perfectly content wrapping that jerk string back up today.
I completely agree. Because, like I said, every group, when we called the shot, was over the top of that jerk string.
Yep. Which is bad because the jerk string was closest to me because I was running it, and I'm pretty sure I didn't kill a duck today.
You struggled.
I
But it's
struggled.
okay.
I don't know. Like, I remember when the widgeons came in. Like, I saw the drakes, and I saw this top left one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna shoot the top left one. I raise up, boom, and I missed. I'm like, I shouldn't have missed. I put it back on her, boom, missed again. I'm like, motherfricker, boom again. I was like, and she's still flying. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, I had my head down. I had the gun seated around. Like, I don't know what I did. Like, it's one of those days. I'm sure. I don't know if y'all had one of those days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't think I could hit water if I fell out of a boat. Like, it was so bad. I was so bad today. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed.
He did not put himself in timeout and sit on the floor while we ate breakfast.
I should have. I
don't deserve
I just walked away from him at one point. I walked over to Tyler. I'm like, I'm going to give Forrest a minute. I came back. I gave him a thumbs up. I'm like, how you feeling? He's like, I feel like beating my gun up against this tree right now. I'm like, okay, he's not back yet.
And I haven't shot bad all year. Like, I mean, I've had some misses, but I haven't, not like today, not emptied my gun on one duck that was in the decoys and missed the thing.
Yeah.
It was bad, really bad.
It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there. I've been there for sure. I shot a box of shells one day and never cut a feather.
It's pretty close to what I tried to do today.
I do owe another $1.
That's right.
It was peer pressured. Forrest was so proud of me until he wasn't. We had a single hen come in, and I mean,
now she came in from
it.
a long way.
Yeah.
We called her from a long way.
Yes.
She got convinced really early, came down, and it was darker. So I thought it was a drake too when it started coming down. And we called the shot, and
we
Matt
both said
raises
hen
up
at the same time.
Yeah.
And I raise up, and I mean, it's 10 steps in front of me.
Oh, she's close.
And I just have the bead on her, and I'm like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And all of a sudden, I hear Tyler from the end of the hole, kill her! And that's all I needed.
I was like, boys, we ain't had a lot of success this morning yet. We need to put some on the strap.
So these boys came from Canada. We're going to give them a show.
I'll split that one with you. I'll go in halves. 50 cents.
All
I
right.
was about to say, it did take a few extra shots to get her.
But Forrest was so proud of me until Tyler said kill her.
I was
turned
like,
around and
Watch
he
the
was
approval turn to disappointment real quick.
so disappointed in me.
like, I was like, oh, it's a hen. It's like, we were watching it, and then Tyler said, shoot her. And I was like, boo, boo. Oh, okay.
Dogs need work.
That's
and
right.
The dogs didn't even get to go get that one.
Yeah, Ruby went.
Yeah,
and got her.
Ruby got
Oh,
it.
did Ruby go get her? Oh, okay. That was the
Rude
other
Dog was
thing.
picking them up over there.
Matt was really on his horses today to go get the ducks before the
He
dogs.
was. Golly.
Listen, these guys are from Canada. These cripples are not leaving. I'm like, they are taking a picture with ducks. I don't care if we have to go buy them somewhere. We're going to get some ducks.
He was out there fair catching them in the hole before they ever even hit the water.
He was.
Waving them down.
When we shot the widgeon, the one that Matt, not you, Matt, Canada Matt, not American Matt, Canada Matt, the one that he shot, it fell right by the jerk string, and it was wounded, but it wasn't like dead, but it was flapping, and I was like, I'm sending my freaking dog. Oh, and he went out there. I mean, he had no issues with that one.
I think I'm yelling, Forrest, shoot it.
No,
Shoot
I
it
was
again.
like, no, that one's not getting away. Oh, I mean, he's way too close, and Owen's not in swimming water. He will get that bird.
Okay, I chased 2 cripples. Sorry. Sue me. We got him on
Was
the
it only
stringer.
2?
Yeah.
Well, we called him off the rest of them.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Like,
3
let
or
the
4.
dogs work.
I thought it was 3 or 4. All right. Y'all have anything else? I know this is a shorter episode, but we haven't hunted just a whole heck of a lot.
No, I haven't. I've got my little girl's birthday tomorrow. We've got Christmas this weekend coming up, family Christmas. So I'm gonna miss a day there, and yeah, I'm like, man, we got good conditions coming, and we're fixing to hit a busy time of year where I'm gonna not get to hunt as much as I'd like to.
That's true. Yeah, and happy holidays to everyone. Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Merry
Because I don't know
Christmas.
if we're having another one of these come out before Christmas. It'll probably be after Christmas.
I don't know if we'll all be together before then.
Yeah, probably not.
Merry Christmas to everyone. I thought we were getting together on like the 23rd or something.
Yeah,
but we
we're not
won't
going
be
to
able to
record a
record.
podcast with,
Oh, no,
with the
no.
kids
I thought
and
you,
the wives and everything.
I thought you said like we weren't going to see each other between
yeah.
now and Christmas. I was like,
We will
thought
see
we
each
would.
other. We will not see each other.
all right. Is that it? Is that
I think that's everything.
I miss you, Barrett.
yeah?
I miss
yes.
you. I wish you
Now,
were out here
Barrett-
with us.
Which I'm not going to tell his stories, but I did get a picture of Barrett with a pintail from this weekend.
He did. I heard the story.
I haven't
Let
heard
him
the
tell
stories.
it.
I ain't got a picture
we'll
or a
wait for
story.
him to tell it. I think he's feeling a little bit more positive about duck season right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he did get stuck, but it didn't break anything.
Nice.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah.
He's
Because I'm
still
pretty
with
sure
us.
he went to guide again, and I'm pretty sure he went to the same place. So,
I said you glutton for punishment.
but yeah. Anyhow, we appreciate all y'all. Thanks for listening. Go check out Instagram at Off the X Podcast, Facebook, all the other things.
Yep. And if you're listening on Spotify, click over to the video. We have videos on Spotify now, too.
Yes.
What's behind us? An outhouse.
It's a well house.
Yeah. Well, Merry Christmas to all of y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.